guys, I'm HybridFoxKid and welcome back to the Blocks SMP. Today's episode we are back in Honeycomb Ridge and we are going to do a lot of building today. I plan for today to be a mega building episode, more building than I've ever done before. So all of these shulker boxes here are filled with absolutely every single material I'm going to need for this mega build. And you can probably guess what I'm planning to do today. So as you see, we've got some blackstone and deep slate with other blocks littered around the place. I plan to build up 5 buildings in today's episode, and yes, that is a lot of building, but I'm doing it in one mega time lapse. So it might be a very long time lapse, but we'll wait and see how it goes. We'll see how much I can speed it up. So essentially where each of the deep slate lies is where one building is going to be. Same with the blackstone. So there'll be 2 buildings on this side and then 3 buildings on this side here. And then we have the main block here, which will determine what color the building is. And then this block here will determine how many stories high it is. So this one's 1 story, that one over there is 3 stories, and that one over there is 4 stories. So we've got many different buildings to be building today, and essentially there's nothing else for me to say other than I think it's time to run the time lapse. Oh yes, and I'm also going to be doing the road in that as well, because it's going to be a little bit awkward just having the buildings and then having empty space here. So yes, let's get straight into the time lapse and get into building. It's going to be a long one. We'll wait and see. Let's go. It is time for the absolutely massive time lapse of building Honeycomb Ridge, and here is the entire build in all its glory. I gotta say, I never really showed any of the building of the road or any of that other stuff on camera, but it does look really satisfying when I actually look at it in a time lapse, because it does look really nice. Just slowly watching everything come together is always so nice and really, really cool to see. So the reason why I'm doing this absolutely massive time lapse with the 5 buildings in one is because I really kind of just ran out of ideas of what to put in each building. And I don't really want to be delaying my episodes anymore, so I've just decided that if I build up all the buildings now, and if I get an idea a little bit later on down the road, I can just throw it in one of the pre-built buildings, and I don't have to worry about delaying an episode because I need to think of an idea for a farm, for an exterior, or anything like that. So I can move on to the bigger things and like more story-orientated parts of my base and stuff like that, and other parts of the base I want to just deal with as well, because I do like this base a lot, and there are other things I want to do outside of the buildings and all that other stuff, so I really want to get down to them. So you know what, the buildings need to get out the way. We need them to be finished so I can move on to other things in the base. But I don't really know how much of my rambling is going to cover this time lapse, because I'm not used to time lapses dragging on this long, so if I kind of run out of time, we're just going to sit back and enjoy the music for a little bit. So yeah, I hope you enjoy the rest of the time lapse. With the massive time lapse out of the way, we are officially done with the last 5 buildings that are in Honeycomb Ridge, and I gotta say, with these guys added, it has added so much more to the area. It makes this place feel so much more complete than it ever has been. Oh, I'm getting all giddy. We are so close to the end. Oh, this is very, very exciting. But as I said during the time lapse, essentially these buildings have been all built up because I don't really have any ideas of what to put in them just yet, and I didn't want to delay any more episodes anymore because I was debating on what to put in the next building. So yeah, maybe in 5 episodes time, one of them might get an interior, or they might just stay empty forever. So all the inside are essentially done. They've got all their walls and all that, but they are pretty much barren and empty in every other sense of the word. But we're here for the aesthetics. They don't need to be fully functional all the way around. So we are actually getting closer than ever to finishing off Honeycomb Ridge, which is very, very exciting, but also kind of sad because I really do love this base. It's absolutely incredible. But just over here, we have another area that doesn't look decorated at all. It is a blank sheet of just grass. So let's spend a little bit of time decorating this area here. But before we start decorating, I just want to point out this little walkway down here. here. If this rings any bells, it looks exactly like the part that we had all the way back at the start of my base. That was the subway station. And essentially this does connect back to the subway. So instead of having to fly all the way back around to the subway and then swing right back around to go to the skeleton farm, I just made a quick little fast track here to get back to the skeleton farm if you're up this end of the base. So we still got this massive long tunnel here, but we do have a little... Oh, did I miss it? Yep, I missed it. We do have a little turn off if you want to go to this part of the base. So yeah, we're making shortcuts absolutely everywhere. And yeah, I gotta say, I really do love the subway. It's really cute. Sadly, not another train, but we're gonna have to deal with it. So yes, back to the task at hand. Let's get around to actually decorating this part here. And the first thing I think I want to do here is chuck down a bulletin board. So my idea for this bulletin board is going to be not for things that I still need to do in my base, but for farms that are on the outside of my base. So back over at my axolotl squid farm that was made all the way back in episode 2. My second creeper farm, which if you haven't noticed, I have a new creeper farm just over here. With the mountain being built now, the Creepers Cafe creeper farm was not producing enough gunpowder, so I needed to make a new one in a better location. So I had this one over here, and then I do have a spider farm just outside of my base, just over this way if I can just fly over a little bit more. So if we just continue over the lake here, just on the outside of Honeycomb Ridge, so my base is right there, we'll have a little pillar that's pointing out. There we go. So we have this little pillar here, and this is where I built a quick and dirty little spider farm. So if we just stoop down here, yay! Bonk! Yeah. So we have another spider farm just down here because I discovered I needed a lot of string and I was really running out. But yeah, this place is not decorated in the slightest, so I'll probably get to that eventually one day maybe. But yes, I want to chuck down coordinates for all of the farms that I have in the exterior of my base. So let's build up a bulletin board for it. So let's grab a couple of items that I might need, and I think I just might stick with my good old Glacius rendition of a bulletin board because I did like the way it was designed. Maybe I might mix it up a bit and use brown mushroom blocks. These blocks are so cool. I really do like them. So I think I'm going to use those instead of the white sandstone that I usually use. So yeah, I'm going to change up the color palette just a tad bit. I think I'm going to have to do a little bit of mixing and matching because I'm not too sure how I want the colors to be laid out. So you know what? A little bit of testing is needed for this one. Now, here comes the hard part. Do I put it vertically to the road or horizontally to the road? Maybe vertical might be the way to go, and then I have like a little pathway branching out here so people can walk off the main road and have a nosy at all the farms. I'll see how this way looks. I don't think I like the barrels for this. Maybe the barrels have to go. Maybe if I just replace them with acacia wood, that might look better. I'll have to wait and see on that one. And so I have finished off the notice board, but one little thing I want to show off is the properties of mushroom blocks and how cool they are. So if I were to layer these mushroom blocks like this, and then if I were to get rid of them, whoop, the inside of it will look like a corkboard. That looks so freaking cool. I never knew this was a thing, and it's absolutely amazing. So now it actually looks like cork. So that makes the notice board look like 20 times better. I really do like it. So now what I gotta do is actually put down the coordinates of the actual farms, and I didn't actually jot down any of the coordinates, so let's go do that first. Okay, so I have all the coordinates I need. Let's get these written down. And there we go. We have the bulletin board all filled with farms that I have around my base. So we have the creeper farm, which is just over there, my spider farm, which is over in that direction, then my squid farm, which is all the way over there. And then I thought I might as well chuck my skeleton farm in there as well, so people actually know I do have a skeleton farm. So that's all the farms I have, and if I get any more before the end of the season, I'll pop them up here as well, so we know the coordinates for them all. So with the bulletin board done, let's add a little bit of decorating in this general area here and actually add a pathway like I said I was going to do in the first place. After a little bit of running around and frantic building, we officially have another little park area done in Honeycomb Ridge. And like always, I always love these areas. They're so nice. I just like building naturey stuff, so this is definitely up my alley. But we have finished this area here and we need to move on to do more building because this place ain't gonna build itself. So the next thing I want to do for today is build in another trolley tram in this section here because there's one all the way over on that side, and then when the tree breaks up the middle, there is nothing on this side here. So I think maybe about in this line here, I want to add a trolley tram. I couldn't think of a very good spot. I definitely didn't want it on the bridge because that would be too tall. And yeah, so I think maybe here might be the best course of action. So yeah, let's just start getting him built. So hopefully I can build him up nice and quickly. I think I remember how it's built. I have no idea. I'll see how much I can do without having to look at the reference. And then we'll see how we go. There we go. So we got the bottom layer done. And then I'm pretty sure it's a straight line there. And then it's like a U. And then it goes straight from here. I think I remember how this is built. I built like 3 of these guys, so I should know how it looks by now. Okay, so I think I've got the basic outline done. Then I just need to add in the windows, and then I gotta touch in all the extra detail, and this trolley tram will be nice and finished. And I gotta say, I'm getting rather speedy at actually building these kind of things now. Usually I used to be really bad at building small things, but I'm getting a little bit better. And then the final touches are the lights. There we go, beautiful. So we have another trolley tram done, and I gotta say, I do love these. They're so bloody cute. But I don't think I got it completely right. Let's go have a nosy at the other one. I think I did actually get it right, other than the orientation of this part here. This is on the short end and not the U end, so I think I got that wrong. Let's go double check. I can't necessarily remember that well. Yep, I did get that wrong. Let's quickly change that. There we go, all fixed up and looking nice. So yeah, there's another trolley tram in Honeycomb Ridge, and it's looking quite nice if I do say so myself. Oh, you saw absolutely nothing. But yes, that is all finished, and that is another job crossed off the list for today. Another thing I've really wanted to do around Honeycomb Ridge for a long time is to actually set up vehicles and things actually happening on the road, because throughout my entire base, the road has always been one of the most barren parts of my base. Like, everything's got a lot of things happening, and then there's just road of blank empty space. So I think I want to try and actually get some cars built in here, so that's another thing I want to do for today as well. So let's just go around, have a good time, and make a couple cars. So my main idea for the cars is I want to build them out of copper, because copper is another orange block, and my base is very orange. But I can't really utilize it in the base because it doesn't really mix well with acacia. Well, I just haven't found a good mix for it. So yes, I think I mainly want to build the cars out of copper. And I've just got this one here to weather a little bit because I don't know if the weathered copper will look okay as well. So I might want to juggle between like semi-weathered and the full copper block. So yeah, let's just get started on building some cars and see what designs we can make. So yeah, let's just grab a couple blocks I'm going to need, and then we'll see what I can actually make. Okay, so I've done a little bit of designing in my creative sketch world, and I think I've made a suitable design that actually looks decent. So now here comes the problem of where am I actually going to put the cars? So I'm thinking of having it be a 2-lane of one way, so this way is going like upwards and this way is going downwards. So where can I put a car? Maybe I might chuck like my first one right here. Maybe here, a little bit away from the tree. So yeah, let's get this started and see how I want to build this. This is going to be interesting. I'm gonna have to account for these parts of my area because I do have things going on the wheels. Maybe if I put it up further here. I'm not going to have too many, so it's not going to obscure much of my area, but I do want a couple in here, so it's going to look a little bit more populated than it currently is. So hopefully this is going to look nice. And also, none of these copper blocks are waxed, so watch me forget to wax them and then have them completely turn on me. We'll have to wait and see on that one as well. There we go, so that's a cute little outline of the car. So now all we gotta do is add a little bit of extra detail and make it pop out a little bit more. So we gotta have the center of the wheels. Oh god, this is looking so cute already. And then we got some door handles. And then the last thing we gotta do is add some headlights in. And I thoroughly underestimated how many glowing sacks we're going to need for all these cars. Good thing I have like a semi-scuffed glowing sack farm with my spider farm as well. So there we go, that's our little car. Oh my god, that is so cute. That's really adorable. I'm kind of proud of this one. It's just a cute tiny little car and he's having a good time. Oh, I absolutely love it. So yeah, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to alternate between this copper here, and I'm pretty sure it's called the cut copper, the ones with the little squares. So I'm going to alternate between this one, that one, and maybe at the second stage of the copper weathering as well. If it looks good, I'll test that in the creative sketch world before I actually weather all that copper. And I think I might also alternate between like dark grey, light grey, and black carpet up the top as well, just to add a tiny little variation between like the cars in my actual base as well. So yeah, I'm gonna add a couple more cars around the place and I'll cut back when we're all done and show them all off. So I've been doing a little bit of off-camera work, adding some cars to the town, and I gotta say, they have added so much life to the town. They just look absolutely adorable. And I'm just gonna go through a little run through the town so we can see how many I've added, as well as a couple variations I've put in the town as well. So we have the standard car, which you saw me build on camera, and then I added a little trailer on the back, and oh my god, it is so cute. It's just so tiny. It just adds so much to the car. It looks so incredibly adorable, and I absolutely love it. So we've got about 3 trailer cars in the town at the moment, and then we have a couple of standard cars down the track, and then we have this car over here, which is a little minivan. It is absolutely adorable. I love it. So I decided to add something a little bit different just to kind of even out the monotony. I might add another van a little bit down the line. I just need to find another spot to put one because this place is already feeling pretty full with the amount of cars it currently has. But yes, this minivan is absolutely adorable and I absolutely love it. So yes, those are the 3 variations of cars we have. We have your standard one, the minivan, and the one with the trailer, which there is one down there as well that has a trailer. But yes, look at all the cars we have now, and there's so many vehicles. They're absolutely adorable. A part of me is also thinking about adding like motorbikes and maybe like cyclist bikes and stuff like that. But I'm gonna have to see a little bit later on, see if I can, 1, make one, and 2, see if they look good. I'm not too sure. I have to wait and see on that one. But look at all the cars. They're so cute. I love them. And I did also try weathering a couple of copper blocks to see what they look like. They didn't look good at all. So yeah, I decided to scrap that, and it's all just regular copper. But yes, those are the cars in Honeycomb Ridge, and I think that's all I have time for in this episode. I gotta say, today's episode has been absolutely jam-packed with things to do, and we've got a lot of progress done. We are getting so close to the end of at least the upper area of Honeycomb Ridge, and I can quite easily say I am so proud of this base so far. But we still got more to go. There is no time to get sappy just yet because we've got so much more we need to do. We need to finish off this area, onto the ocean, and then maybe down into the depths. And maybe a little bit up higher as well. These mountains need to get done as well. They're still looking a little bit barren, but we won't pay too much attention to that. We will look at this part, the part that's nearly complete. Ah, so cute. But yes, as I said before, I'm gonna leave this episode here. If you guys like the video, give the video a thumbs up and maybe subscribe if you want to stick around. Or good, I'll see you guys next time. See ya!